everybody, Cheryl here, and we're going back to video 2 of the lunge, which I believe is the perfect exercise to do in order to tone up the legs and firm up that butt. And the best part about it is there's no equipment needed. You don't have to use weights. You could use your own body weight. You could use chairs or banisters to help you with your balance. So the move really works for everybody. But today we're focusing on going a little bit more advanced than the moves that I showed in the first video. So in order to do this, you would have a really good foundation with your lunge. You would know how to step forward, do the 2 counts, press off the heel, keep the chest lifted. To advance, you would travel. You would move forward or backwards. So a traveling lunge would be here. And if you had enough room, you would keep going. But step, lower, lift up, step, lower, lift up. And you could keep traveling. You can go backwards in that lunge instead. Go back and lift up, go back and lift up. And again, if you had the space, you would just keep going. Go backwards and push away, go backwards and push away. Adding on for the variety, you can go forward and back. So all this extra movement of going forward and back really engages the core more. You are balancing a lot because now you're pushing off and you're moving and you're shifting the weight, and this engages more of the core. Forward and back with one leg. You go forward, press off, bring it back. Go forward, press off, and bring it back. And then you could switch other legs. Forward, push off, bring it back. Forward, push off, and bring it back. Depends on how many times you want to do that. Other move, we were talking about a side lunge. Here, push off and bring it forward. And here, push off and bring it forward. You could add a balance component into this move. Bring it over and lift up. Bring it down and lift up. Bring it down, push off and lift up. Switching sides. Bring it down and lift up. Bring it down and lift up. Bring it down and lift up. You can do a front forward lunge, which was one of the second moves we did in the first video. If you haven't seen that, go back. I'm putting this in a more advanced move because people, when you go quicker, tend to break form, meaning you're stepping forward in a lunge, you're lowering, you're making sure the knee doesn't pass the toe, and you're pressing through the heel. You're stepping out wide, you're lowering, you're pushing off the heel, and you're making sure that knee doesn't pass the toe. We're going to go out slightly at an angle and use the arms with this. So it's down, push up. It's a little bit more cardio. You're getting the inner and outer thigh slightly because you're not going straight in front, and because you're lowering the arms up and down. It does add the cardio component, but I'm putting this in a more advanced section because you have to be very mindful not to shift that weight forward and allow that knee to float past the toes and put too much stress on the knees. That's another way to do this lunge. We did the curtsy lunge in the first video, which was a curtsy and bring it up. And again, you could add a balance component to this move as well. Bring it down and lift up. Bring it down and lift up. Or you could bring it down and bring it to the side. And bring it down and out to the side. Keeping the chest lifted, the core engaged, the belly button to the spine. And we'll just try it on the other side. Down and bring up, freeze. And you can, even with this advanced move, you could hold on to something to work on that balance. Oh, here I am losing my balance. Bring it down and lift up. Bring it down and lift up. Bring it down and lift up. Beautiful. Let's move on a little bit. There is a move called a split squat, which is really a lunge, or people call it a Romanian lunge, or they call it a Bulgarian split lunge. So tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Pick what you like to call it. In this particular move, you're taking that back leg and you're putting it behind you. You're having it raised. So again, you're adding that level of instability here. The thing again to be very mindful about is to make sure that this grounded leg, the one on the floor, is a good distance away from the chair. So again, that knee does not extend past the toe. Roll the shoulders back and down, draw them down, the belly button to the spine, lower and press up, and lower and press up, and lower and press up. You're always pressing through the heel and exhaling on the lift. You're using that breath to lift. And you would swap out legs because you want to be balanced. That's the cool thing about doing these unilateral movements. One leg can't compensate for the other leg. One is working singly by itself, so you're forcing the muscles to start balancing off and being equally as strong. Bring it down and lift it up. And again, if I had another chair, if I had a post, my hand could be on either side, helping me in this particular move. Even still working on the balance, but with a little bit of help. That's another way of doing this move. There is another way of doing this by really adding propulsion to this move. The leg would be back and you would lower but add propulsion. So lower and lift up. Lower, I'm hitting my foot here. I'm hitting my shin here. Lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift. And again, making sure that we're nice and balanced, doing it on the other side. Lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift. That's another way. You can also do a plyo jump switch lunge. Everyone has different names for it. You would be in that straight out lunge and then you'd switch the legs. Similar to kind of what we did with the chair, but both legs are going to be moving at the same time. So down, switch, down, switch, down, switch, down, switch, down, switch, down, and there you have it. So those are lunge moves brought up to the next level. And throw one more in there. Probably fit in the middle somewhere, but I was just thinking about it and figured why not? It's a beautiful day, we'll throw it in. You could add a twist to this lunge. So arms could be anywhere. Adding the arms, the levers out makes things harder. Down, rotate, and bring it center. You're going through different planes with your proprioceptors, so that's where the challenge comes in. And you would do it on the other side as well. Down. So kind of, everybody has their own strengths, and some people may think, well, this is super easy. Some people may think this is super hard and want the jump part. The twist just throws them for a loop. It's all about challenging yourself, seeing what helps you grow as a person, helps your muscles literally grow, helps your cardio grow and expand. I hope you enjoyed all these variations, and if you like them, put a comment down below, tell your friends, subscribe, even ask a question if there's some other tutorial that you would like to see. Thank you so much for joining me.